my Instagram, after I spent all of that time building it up and posting every single day, after many years of doing that, my Instagram account was taken down. So first off, going for vanity metrics could end up biting you in the ass because that platform might just decide tomorrow that, hey, I don't know what you did, but we're just going to take your account down. Welcome back to another episode on Aligned with Purpose in Life and Leadership. And today we're going to talk about why you should stop trying to just grow your follower account and post every single day on social media in order to build your authority as a leader or a coach or just for your business in general, especially if you're just getting started. And the reason this episode hits so close to home for me is because when I first started my coaching business, that's what I thought I needed to be doing, right? I saw all of the big names in the industry posting even multiple times a day, and just they had huge followings. And so I saw that and was like, okay, I guess that means in order to be successful, I need a large following and I need to post every day, right? Wrong. When I was focusing on that, maybe my follower account was growing, but my bank account wasn't. My impact really wasn't. And so in this episode, I really want to get crystal clear on where you should be showing up and why your follower count actually doesn't matter as much as you would think that it would, especially when growing your online business. All right. So why would someone think that this is what they need? Well, I kind of mentioned it before, but in the industry, you see a lot of successful people have huge followings and they do post every single day. So you might think that ultimately that's what you need in order to be successful. But the truth is, it's not necessary, and it will distract you from actually getting what you want and impacting at the level that you're after if you're not actually careful. And you might also feel like you need a large following because maybe in the past you've had one person out of 250 or 500 people actually enroll into your program. And so in your mind, you're maybe thinking, okay, well, I got one person and I had 250 people following me. Well, I should get 5,000 and then I'll have a handful of clients, right? And why that is a mistake. Well, I'm actually going to dive into two different directions here. So my Instagram, after I spent all of that time building it up and posting every single day, after many years of doing that, my Instagram account was taken down. So first off, going for vanity metrics could end up biting you in the ass because that platform might just decide tomorrow that, hey, I don't know what you did, but we're just going to take your account down. So that's one reason that's a mistake. But another is because yes, are numbers important? Sure. And if you're looking to impact and you're putting out really impactful content, that's also great. But it's a mistake if you're not ready for it. Because if you don't have a way to turn a follower into a client of yours, then if you add more people to the front end of your funnel, basically if you add more people as a follower, it's not going to result to more clients because there's not a process to convert them into clients. I hope that makes sense. So for me, at that stage of my business, when I was focusing on followers and posting every day, I didn't have a good process to enroll people into my back-end programs. I would even create the sales funnels and the websites, and I thought that if I put out a bunch of great or excellent content every single day, that these people who are seeing that content from me would go to my website and actually purchase my products or enroll into my programs. And that couldn't have been further from the truth. I hope this is getting your mouth to drop because I have heard it even just a few times in this last couple of weeks because people send me messages on Instagram. I get on calls with a few different people, and Honestly, they were saying that they didn't feel confident enough to start their business because they didn't have a large enough social media following. Or they weren't going to start their business until they had reached like 5,000 followers. And I just hear that and it pains me because after my Instagram account went down, I started a brand new LinkedIn account. Hit one of my biggest months ever in business with a brand new LinkedIn account. Then I decided to start back on Instagram with a brand new account, was not posting every day and was not focused on growing followers. And I also had one of the largest business months ever. And so I want this to be your permission that you don't need a large following. Even if you start a new account today, so long as you have a good process to actually find ideal clients or have them find you, and you have a process to enroll them into your programs, none of that other stuff matters. Okay? You can make a lot of impact and a lot of money with just a few followers. So, what exactly should you grow a following for? And why should you post consistently once you understand a process for enrolling clients? Well, outreach and growing your following is important. Okay, so I don't want to discredit that. It's very much an important part of your business. However, you have to have the other part dialed in first. So I hope that that makes sense. But at this point, if you have a good process to enroll people into your program and you're ready for growth, it's being consistent in terms of allowing your followers to grow with ideal clients or people that you're called to serve. And so the reason is you can further warm them up, further showcase your expertise and your knowledge for them, and grow up what, let's just say, this pool of people who are already in your world who could be looking for guidance in the near future, where then you can use that process like before and enroll them into your program. So I just really want to emphasize that a lot of times people do this backwards. They think posting and they think growing their followers is going to lead to clients. And can that lead to clients in the future? Absolutely. However, before you even start to do that, you need to make sure that you have a good process for enrolling those followers into your programs. Then you can add the fire, and the fire being even more posts, even more followers. And just to further ingrain this, like right now in my business, I'm not posting very much. And I have pretty new accounts. I'm not posting very much right now just to further test this. And I've been enrolling clients left and right into my programs. And so I want to stress that you need a good process. So a really good tip that I have for you that I hope you take away with you is to go deep with your followers, not wide. Because when I thought back to what I was doing differently back then versus now, we're going very deep with a small amount of people instead of wide and shallow. So think of your following as a pool of like ideal clients who are getting to know you better and learning from you. You are continuously engaging with them and establishing your authority. And when they're ready to buy from someone, they're going to think of you. And that's when you can start that conversation and see if you would be the right fit for them and they would be the right fit for you. But it's not just about growing a following to grow a following. It's about having a process for strangers to come into your world and be offered a chance to work with you even more intimately. Okay, but you continue to warm them up with your feed. And you can start to think of your posts as a way to kind of put the fishing line. Like if you were to think of your followers as a pool of fish, all right? It's like your stocked pond. And you're casting a line out with each one of your posts, especially the ones that have a call to action on them, and you're seeing who bites. You're seeing who bites. And if you ever throw out a post about one of your programs, or if they need help with something, guess what? As soon as they bite onto that line, you reel them in through a DM conversation, right? And you see if you can help them. So the outcome, if you start going deep rather than wide, is you're able to help people on a much more intimate and deep level and actually increase your impact. Whereas if you're going much too wide, I'm afraid that that's all it would ever really be, because we got to learn how to go deep first. Then we can start going wider and wider and wider once we and our business is actually ready for it. So just to kind of recap here, I want to emphasize that growing a following and posting is important. Yes. But what's more important before you do that is having a process to enroll people, because you could have one follower right now on social media, but if you don't know how to help that one person and enroll them into your program, then it doesn't matter if you have 1 million, truthfully. Because if there's no process, then there's no client. So focus there first. And I actually created a 6-episode exclusive private podcast that reveals exactly what I did when I went from $40,000 in credit card debt to hitting my first $20,000 day as a virtual coach. I share exactly what transformation that I went through that transformed everything for my business. So if exploding your impact and authority sounds like your jam and you're ready to do it without a large social media following, posting every single day, or running ads, head over to jamiecoleman.com/private podcast and gain immediate access to this exclusive audio masterclass where I will share with you exactly how I've gone and built a multiple 6-figure coaching business and how you can do it too. So head on over to jamiecoleman.com/private podcast, and you spell that JAMIEKULLMAN.com/private podcast. And I look forward to seeing you inside. And remember, go deep.